very heart of Ho Chi Minh City stands a place that once held the fate of a nation, the Independence Palace. Surrounded by tree-lined boulevards and the rhythm of modern Saigon, this building remains a silent witness to a turning point in Vietnam's history, where war ended and peace began. This is not just a landmark, it's a story, a memory, and a mirror of a nation's spirit. Welcome to the Independence Palace, the symbol of reunification and the living memory of a country reborn. Brought to you by Cine World Travel, where every journey begins with a story, and every story reveals the soul of Vietnam. The story of the Independence Palace begins long before it became a symbol of reunification. In 1868, during the height of French colonial rule, the Norodom Palace was built on this very ground, a grand residence for the Governor-General of Indochina. Surrounded by manicured gardens and European-style avenues, it stood as a declaration of colonial power and prestige. For nearly a century, the palace witnessed the changing tides of Vietnam's history, from French control to the rise of the Republic of Vietnam. But on February 27, 1962, that symbol of authority fell. Two pilots from the South Vietnamese Air Force, in an act of rebellion, bombed the Norodom Palace, severely damaging it. From its ruins, a new chapter began. Ngo Dinh Diem commissioned a new building to rise from the ashes, not as a replica of colonial grandeur, but as a vision of modern Vietnam, confident, independent, and forward-looking. He turned to Ngo Viet Thu, a brilliant Vietnamese architect who had won the prestigious Grand Prix de Rome in 1955, the first and only Vietnamese ever to receive the honor. By 1966, the new palace, known as the Independence Palace, stood complete. Its design blended modernist architecture with Eastern philosophy, a facade shaped like bamboo, symbolizing resilience, open courtyards for balance and peace, and rooms aligned with feng shui principles to harmonize energy, light, and air. It wasn't just a residence, it was a statement, a declaration that Vietnam sought its own path, its own identity, even in the midst of war and uncertainty. And though decades have passed, the spirit of that transformation still lingers in these walls, where old power once stood and new hope was born. April 30th, 1975, a day when the sound of engines drowned out the sound of war. As the morning sun rose over Saigon, a North Vietnamese tank, number 390, rumbled down these tree-lined streets, its tracks carving through history. Moments later, it broke through the gates of the Independence Palace, marking the fall of Saigon and the end of a war that had divided a nation for decades. For millions, it was more than just victory. It was the first breath of peace, a moment when the past and future collided, and a new chapter of Vietnam began. Outside, cheers erupted. Inside, silence fell. The echo of that day still lingers here, in the corridors, on the marble floors, in the air that once carried both fear and relief. Tank 39. O still stands at the gate today, its steel body weathered by time, but its meaning unshaken. A reminder that peace is not given, it is earned. And as you stand before it, you'll realize that this place is not about conquest, but reconciliation, where the roar of war gave way to the quiet of a nation finally made whole. In the heart of Ho Chi Minh City, the Independence Palace stands as a masterpiece of Vietnamese architecture and philosophy. Designed by architect Ngo Viet Thu, the palace covers over 20,000 square meters, with 3 main floors, 2 basements, and a rooftop helipad. Built in the 1960s, it was the largest and most advanced structure in southern Vietnam, complete with air conditioning, communication systems, and bomb shelters. Its facade, inspired by bamboo blinds and ancient pagoda motifs, symbolizes strength and flexibility, while 2 lotus ponds reflect harmony and peace. Inside, more than 100 rooms are decorated in distinct styles. The ceremonial hall, the council chamber, the president's office, and the grand banquet room, each a chapter of Vietnam's modern history. Surrounded by lush gardens and shaded boulevards, the Independence Palace remains a place where architecture, culture, and identity unite. A timeless dialogue between tradition and modernity, between power and peace. For the Vietnamese people, the Independence Palace is far more than concrete and steel. It is the beating heart of a nation reborn. Once the seat of power and division, today it stands as a monument to unity and peace, where the sound of tanks has long been replaced by the laughter of visitors and the rustle of flags in the wind. Every corridor, every wall still carries the echo of April 30th, 1975, not as a memory of conflict, but as a promise of reconciliation. Here, history lives and breathes, reminding each generation that independence was not given, but earned, and that peace, once found, must be guarded with grace. If you're planning to visit, the Independence Palace is easy to find. It's right in the heart of Ho Chi Minh City, at 135 Nam Ki Khoi Ngia Street, District 1. The palace is open every day from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and tickets cost around 40,000 Vietnamese dong. That's less than $2. After your visit, take a short walk to see some of the city's most famous landmarks. The beautiful Notre Dame Cathedral Basilica of Saigon, the Saigon Central Post Office, and the lively Nguyen Hue walking street. It's the perfect way to experience the rhythm of old and modern Saigon in one unforgettable day. In the heart of Saigon, history doesn't sleep. It whispers. Through marble halls and sunlit windows, the Independence Palace still breathes, carrying the echoes of a past that shaped the nation and the quiet pride of a people who endured and rose again. Here, the past and present meet, not in conflict, but in harmony. It reminds us that peace is not simply the end of struggle, but the beginning of understanding. At Seni World Travel, we believe every journey begins with a story. And sometimes, that story begins right here, in the beating heart of Vietnam's history. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and join us for more cinematic journeys through the soul of Vietnam.